In this short video, we'll be discussing pronoun agreement in number and gender. Before we start, there are two definitions that you need to know. The first word is a pronoun, which is a word that replaces a noun. Some examples are he, she, them, it, their. These are all pronouns. Another word you need to know is antecedent. An antecedent is the noun that a pronoun is being used to represent. If we look at a quick example, the guitar is expensive. It was made by the Gibson Company. So the guitar is a noun in the first sentence, and it is replaced by the pronoun it. So it is a pronoun, guitar is the antecedent. So pronouns in English give us two important pieces of information. They tell us the number, or how many, and they also tell us the gender, whether it's male, female, or no gender. So for example, it tells us that it's referring to one thing. They is for more than one thing. She refers to one person. Them refers to more than one thing or person. Pronouns also indicate gender. For example, he refers to a male. Her refers to female. It refers to no gender. So in English, all pronouns must agree in number and gender with its antecedent. So let's take a look at some examples to see what that means. Julie has been in the library for 4 hours. She is studying for her exam. So we have Julie as the noun in the first sentence, the subject of the first sentence actually. Julie is a female, and this is only referring to one female. So the pronoun we use is she. She shows us that it's referring to a female, and also it's a singular pronoun, so it's referring to only one female. Grammar textbooks are sometimes long and boring to read. They are not very popular among students. We have a plural noun grammar textbooks in the first sentence, and then we have the pronoun they in the second sentence. So they refers to grammar textbooks. So they can be actually used for both people and things. The teacher told the students to study. He also told them not to procrastinate. So we have the teacher as the noun. He is in the second sentence is referring back to the teacher, and then them in the second sentence is referring back to students. So you can see that both subject pronouns and object pronouns both have to agree in number and gender. Let's look at a couple more examples. The car on the street is being towed away. It was parked illegally. We have the car in the first sentence, and then the pronoun it referring back to the car in the second sentence. The teacher takes the bus to work every day. His students sometimes see him on the way to work. So we have the teacher in the first sentence. The teacher is the noun. And then we have this possessive adjective, his, before the noun students. So this his is referring to the teacher. So the teacher is male. Errors in pronoun agreement are pretty common, especially in writing. So let's take a look at a sentence with a problem in pronoun number agreement. A student can become a great writer with a lot of practice. How long this takes depends on their motivation and perseverance. So you can see that the noun in the first sentence is student, it's singular, but then what we've used in the second sentence as a possessive adjective is a plural possessive adjective. So this sentence is not in agreement. This pronoun is not in agreement with the antecedent. So let's look at the correct version. We can say a student can become a great writer with a lot of practice. How long this takes depends on his or her motivation and perseverance. So by changing there to his or her, now the pronouns are in agreement with the antecedent, a student. We could also change this sentence or correct this sentence in this way. Students can become great writers with a lot of practice. How long this takes depends on their motivation and perseverance. In academic writing, this is the better choice. Change any singular nouns to plural so that we can avoid using his or her. Let's take a look at one more incorrect sentence. Everyone must have their textbook by the second class meeting. Everyone is singular, and there is a plural possessive adjective. So again, we have a problem with agreement. So the correction would be everyone must have his or her textbook by the second class meeting. And that's just a little bit about pronoun agreement in number and gender.